something fucking different.
What got you into rap in the first place?
That's a great question. So there's a lot of different ways I could probably answer that, but I guess it started obviously with a love for country rap. I didn't grow up listening to rap music in general. I literally grew up listening to country, a little bit of like stuff that was on the radio, but never like really real rap. And then my brother introduced me to Ryan stuff one day. We were in, I'll never forget it because it just blew my mind. He was like, dude, you gotta listen to this shit. And he plays Rolling Stone. And I was like, yo, that's cool. But I don't smoke weed. Like, I'm 15. I'm 16 years old. I don't know. I can't remember. But my brother's
And
like,
how old are you now?
I'm 22. 22.
Okay.
So I was like, man, this is great. Because I never listened to rap because I couldn't really relate to it. And I wasn't allowed to listen to some of the stuff because just growing up, like, you're not allowed to.
Makes sense, yeah.
So I obviously knew like Eminem and whatnot, but so I want to say, so it started with just the love for the genre. I never wanted to be a rapper though. Like when I was listening to the music, I just liked the music, and it wasn't until my senior year or junior, I think it was my senior year of high school, I was in this speech and debate class, and we were reading this book, and one of these assignments that my teacher gave us was that we had to basically make a rap battle and act as one of the characters from the book, and we had to compete against another character. And I was kind of weird in high school. Like I was kind of weird. Like I was friends with some popular people. I was friends with some of the people you wouldn't consider very popular. I was friends with everybody. Or I at least knew somebody in kind of all the areas. And so, but I wasn't like popular or anything like that.
Yeah.
I was like kind of more in the middle, maybe closer to the bottom. But so we get this group together, and it's just a bunch of girls, and the teacher puts me up against like this football player who was a big football player on the, football was like a huge thing in my high school. I wasn't a big fan, but it was the big thing for high school. And I was like, oh my God, like this dude, he's about to whoop my ass. Like I just know he listens to all the rap music. I don't know shit. Yeah. Like I just like poetry. Like poetry was my favorite subject in school. I was terrible at math, terrible at everything else, but poetry, I loved it. And English.
Which is funny because that's probably why the teacher picked rap battles, is to get kids interested in poetry, because that's what I love about rap.
Yeah, and so everybody in my group was like, bro, you gotta do it. And I was like, oh, no, dude, I can't. So I remember the kid does this little rap, and he does it for like 10 seconds. And I was like, I got like 2 pages worth of shit, bruh. Like, what am I like, I was like, bruh. I even made like Kill Shot, the
song,
and Machine Gun Kelly.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so I made.
I have his EST tatted on my chest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so the character that I was going up against another character, and the character in the book was a dragon. So I took a picture of a dragon from How to Train Your Dragon, and I made the fucking album cover to Kill Shot. And
that's awesome.
It was like I had this whole thing. I told her, I was like, put it up on the board, man, And then I got.
Bro, you went full performance, and he went.
No, I was like, I'm about to make a show out of this shit. But I was also so nervous, like so fucking nervous.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking down at my paper the whole time, and I start going into it. I play the track, and I start rapping, and I'm just looking down the whole time. And it's trash, but everybody in my class thought it was the coolest shit. And I look up, and my teacher's like, oh my gosh, and all the kids have got their Snapchat out. And after
Bro,
that,
I want that video so fucking bad.
Dude, I don't want that shit to ever surface because it was so bad. I was like, why do you guys like? I literally sat back. I was like, dude, that was so fucking terrible. I think I have that video somewhere. I'm pretty sure I had one of my friends send it to me. But it was crazy. So then I left there. I was like, man, like that was kind of fun. Like everybody enjoyed that. I didn't think I could do that, and it was like I said, it was really bad, at least compared to what I have now. But so even then I wasn't thinking about being a rapper, but that's kind of when I discovered like, oh, okay, so this is how you do this. This is how you manipulate words like that. And then it wasn't until I graduated high school, went to college. I was going to study marketing. I wanted to learn how to do advertisements and marketing and all that good stuff. And I dropped out after my first semester. I didn't have any friends. I was like, I don't fucking belong here. This is all a bunch of sorority girls. There's not a single hick motherfucker out here. Like,
you felt out of place. I get it.
100%. And so I left and I went back to my dad's. I moved back down to my dad's. And that's when COVID hit. And so at my dad's, I was just like, man, I can't even get a job now. Everything's closed. Like, this is kind of a fucking failure. And so I started talking to him about the YouTube channel. I had been doing my fishing YouTube channel since I was, I want to say, a sophomore in high school. But I was telling my dad about the channel, and he was like, yeah, like, we could do that. Now we got all this free time, right? We got 2 weeks to go do whatever we want. And so happy-go-lucky doing these fishing videos, and then all of a sudden COVID turned into this big thing. And so I started posting, I think I was doing singing covers. And I told my dad, I was like, I think I want to do music. I think I want to maybe sing. Like, I always sung. Like, I sung in the church growing up. I was singing in the shower, like, to my shampoo bottles and shit. And my dad kind of looked at me. He was like, well, I don't know, Jess. Like, I thought fishing videos was, like, your thing. And, you know, Jacob, like, music is more Jacob's thing, which is my brother. And he's really good at playing guitar. And everyone thought, like, Jacob's going to be the one who's going to be doing music. And of course, my stubborn ass was like, oh, fuck no. And now I'm really going to be an artist. Like, and I don't know. I can never tell if my dad was being, like, having reverse psychology with me by saying that. Or if he was just in that moment, like, wanting me to focus on something I told him I was passionate about. And sure enough, this one's kind of like a weird thing to talk about, but I went through a stage. I got really overweight. I gained a lot of weight. And I went through a stage of, like, the big thing on the internet was to do this fasting stuff. And so I had, like, starved myself for, like, 4 days trying to do this fasting thing. And after 4 days, I actually felt great, you know? Like, they say you're supposed to do fasting. It helps, like, with your body and stuff. First of all, I'm going to tell everybody that's a fucking lie. So don't try it. I ended up going for a walk. I came back inside, and I was trying to fix something to eat. Because I was like, I kind of burnt some energy on an empty stomach, and I passed out. And my dad, like, had to force Sprite down my throat, and it was a scary moment. But after that, I had a really bad relationship with food. This all has a means to it. I know I'm going on a tangent, but it was like every time I sat down to eat, every time I would finish eating, I would feel sick. I would feel dizzy. I literally felt sick 24/7, just all the time. Headaches, room spinning. I thought something was wrong with me. I thought I was going crazy. And I went and saw all these doctors, and I told my mom, I was like, man, like, I've been to the hospital twice now down here, and now I owe, like, all this money just from getting an IV and stuff, and them running all these tests on me. And, like, so I went back to North Carolina to be closer to Duke and closer to where, like, the doctors are. And I remember going to an ears, nose, throat doctor because they said that maybe they might be able to give you some information on what's going on. And this guy was like, have you ever considered that maybe you just have anxiety? And I was like, I could have punched him square in his fucking mouth because I was for sure something was wrong with me. I was like, nah, dude. I was like, there's no way that I'm making this up in my head, that this is just something that, like, is in my brain. Like, there's no fucking way. Like, I literally feel dizzy. I feel sick. There's something wrong. And when I found out it was anxiety, it fucked with me really bad. So I moved back to North Carolina. I stayed here, dealt with it, got better. I spent like 2 months just trying to, because I felt sick for so long. Spent like 2 months just trying to tell myself, okay, like, this is just in my head. This is just, I was getting anxiety, and I had a bad relationship with food because of the time that I passed out. So anytime I ate, it just made me feel like I was gonna pass out. It was like those symptoms of like passing out. It was all anxiety. It was all in my head.
Yeah.
And so I listened to a lot of music. I heavily was like watching videos, and I was in this free time, like of me trying to, get better and whatnot, and tried to remind myself that this is just anxiety. I got really into music, and I started working at that hair color store, finally starting to get back into normal life. This is when COVID started to open up a little bit. I think I just decided one day, I was like, I think I'm gonna throw out a song. And I don't know how. I didn't know what 808 was. I didn't know what ad-libs were. I didn't know how to even really make a beat. I remember spending countless nights crying my eyes out because I just like I can't fucking do this. I want so badly to have a beat, but I can't pay for one. I don't have the money, and I don't know how to make it. And that's when I got into YouTube. I finally made that song, I Will, and I posted it on TikTok, and I got not a huge reaction, but I got a good reaction. And I was like, yo, like, this is cool. I had just gotten through a breakup, and I was kind of flexing. I was like, yeah, motherfucker, I put out a song now. Out on this gravy train, whatever. And so then it got to the point where I started doing more music. I started doing Hidden Valley. I started doing Rhyme My Reason. And then it just became this thing, and people are like, then I started singing more. And they're like, why do you even do rap? Like, do country music. And I was like, I don't know, man. There's just something about it. Like, I love it. It's so much fun. And it's like therapy for me, because I don't feel, like, in my heart of hearts, I don't feel like I'm a savage person. Like, I would never go up to somebody and, like, in my rap lyrics, just be like, yeah, fuck you, I'm this, that, and the other, and, whatever. But yeah. I love to be that way on the track. Like, it's almost therapeutic. It's like everything in my mind gets out on the track. And that's kind of just how it all started. And now I feel like I've only been doing this for like two and a half years maybe. And it's already, like, some people do this for 10, 15 years. Some people do this their entire life. And I'm really lucky to have gotten this far with the little knowledge and the little resources that I've had. And I've always tried to remind myself, like, okay, you've done this much with this little bit. Imagine what it's going to be like when you've got the resources, when you've got the team, you've got people who know what they're talking about. And so that's just, I know that was a really long story, and I'm sorry to, talk that long, but that's really how it all came about.
That was perfect. There's a reason I didn't say much, is because you were on a fucking roll there.
I heard from a friend of a friend that the rap game need a new queen of the South. I ain't gonna say I'm the best, but damn it, who else gonna claim this here crown? Who's gonna step to the plate? Cause I ain't gonna sit here and wait for somebody to get it together. Ray saying I'm better, but I don't do this shit for clout. Don't do it for clout. I started rapping my closet, paid with my direct deposit. I bought a mic and a Mac that I spit on the track, and I still ain't in this for the profit. I'm in my zone, I'm in my element. Fucked up the game, cause y'all acting celibate. Y'all acting country and shitty at selling it. I'm dropping singles just for the hell of it.
If y'all like this video, be sure to smash that like button down below. If y'all are interested in checking out the full interview, make sure to check out that live. The link is down in the description below, as is Jessie B's channel. Be sure to check her channel out, guys. Show her some love. Thank you guys for coming and sharing and subscribing. I really do appreciate y'all being here. And I hope to catch y'all in the next one. Peace.